Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I just finished having a microwave brownie and now I'm taking the dogs out because we have to have the doggy door closed right now. So we have to actually go out there with them. So I'm doing that now, and then I am gonna go in and do some homework because we have a busy weekend ahead and I do not want to have to worry about any homework this weekend because my brother's birthday was recently and my birthday is this Saturday. I will be turning 28. And so we are going camping this weekend from tomorrow through Monday. And before we leave to go camping, someone is supposed to be coming out to the house between 7 a.m. and noon tomorrow morning to hopefully draw my blood, because someone is supposed to come out twice a week for the first 4 weeks after I got out of the hospital to check my blood to make sure that things are still good. So I will be busy with that tomorrow morning and then camping sometime tomorrow afternoon through sometime Monday. And I just don't want to have to worry about homework during any of that. So that is my plan for as soon as I get back inside. I have 2 discussion posts and 2 quizzes left that I have to do, preferably before tomorrow, and I think I can get it done, but we will see. Colton usually comes over on Thursdays, so I don't know if he's coming for sure today, but I assume he is, which means I technically will have even less time to get my homework done, but I will make it happen. So my computer is booted up and I'm about to do some homework, like I said, but I wanted to show y'all when someone came to draw my blood on Tuesday, since they're supposed to come twice a week, they tried 4 times and failed every time before they finally gave up. And this is what my left arm looks like. I think it is actually looking better than it did. It used to be a lot darker, I think, but it's still very bruised. And this arm, she only attempted once. This is after 1 attempt before she listened to my warning and decided to go back to the right arm. And this is what my right arm looks like. The lighting isn't ideal, and I think this arm looks a lot better than it did as well, but she tried twice on this arm and then went to my left arm and tried once, and then came back to my right arm and tried one more time before she gave up and left. So my bruises that I had gotten from the IVs and everything at the hospital had just healed, and now I have more. So, good times. I'm really hoping that the person that comes tomorrow, 1, is a different person, and 2, does a better job than the person that came on Tuesday. The person that came on Tuesday was very, very nice and very apologetic, but that was horrible. So, I would rather not repeat that. I started off the day bright and early. I ended up getting out of bed at around 7 a.m. because I didn't know when someone was coming to draw my blood. They said that someone would come between 7 a.m. and noon, and that they would call 30 minutes before they got here. So I set many alarms for between 6 and 7, and no one had called, but at 7 I was like, okay, I should probably just go ahead and get up and get ready. So I did that and got some homework done, and then they came, and the person that came today was able to draw my blood on the first try, thank goodness. So they were in and out in like 10 or 15 minutes tops. And then I went and hung out with my mom while she did some stuff, and I actually got this new jacket while we were out. I have been needing a new jacket for a while because I've lost so much weight and we just hadn't found one, but we finally did. And I also got my hair cut. This jacket probably is blocking it, so you can't really tell, so give me 1 second. There we go. I took the jacket off, so hopefully you can see it a little bit better, but it's pretty short on the sides and on the back, and then it's longer on top, which is how my mom likes it. So it is a happy medium. Technically the top is longer than I would prefer, but it is still a huge improvement from what it was before. And even saying it's a huge improvement is an understatement because it was driving me crazy how it was before. So I am so grateful for getting that done and for finding a new jacket. And once I got my hair cut, we came home and I finished packing. I think I have everything now. I texted my mom about a couple things that I didn't know if she had already put in the motorhome or not, and I haven't heard back about that yet. So I may have some extra things that I still need to pack, but I think I at least have the essentials. So we should be heading out pretty soon, and I am very excited. All right, we are in the motorhome. We haven't left our house yet, but we are just about to, and we'll head to the campground. I'm sitting at the table right now, but I'm hoping that they will clear a spot for me on the couch because the couch has a seat belt and is more stationary, whereas this chair could easily be toppled over. So, I mean, I'd probably be fine, but I'd rather be on the spot with the seat belt. So, this is the motorhome. There's stuff sitting out everywhere. Maybe I can get a better tour for y'all at some point because I'm just trying to be quick, but it is amazing. It's my first time staying in this one, and I am so excited. We are at the campground now. We got here a few hours ago. Hopefully y'all can hear me over the ACs. I keep trying to move into somewhere where it's not as loud, but it's pretty loud everywhere. But we went to the casino for a little bit once they got the motorhome hooked up, and I was actually getting some birthday money from my Nana and Papa and from my granny. So I played with that tonight and actually ended up breaking even. I spent half my money and then right at the end I gained it back. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop there. So my parents are still at the casino, but I came back to the motorhome because my Nana and Papa were headed back to theirs anyway, and so I rode back with them. And now I'm going to decompress because I love going to the casino, but it is very overstimulating. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do other than go to the bathroom and change into my pajamas, but it'll probably be something fairly quiet and in the dark because my senses need to relax for a little bit. I also will show y'all a little bit of a motorhome tour since I'm the only one in here right now, but I don't know where all the light switches are, so I'm not sure how the lighting will be, but I want to at least give y'all a little bit of a tour. So here is where the door is to get in. There are some steps, so I'm trying to be very careful walking around because the bed is out where I'm going to sleep, and so there's not much space between the steps and the foot of the bed. But to the right when you walk in is the seats. So there's the driver's seat and then basically the passenger seat. And then continuing around is where the couch is, although it is made into a bed right now, so it doesn't look like a couch. But I kind of showed it to y'all earlier when it was still set up as a couch. But this is where I'm going to be sleeping tonight. So my mom and my Nana made it into a bed for me. And then next to the couch slash bed is a table. We have 2 chairs set up at it now. We could probably fit 1 more, but we have 2 here. And then across from that, next to the door when you walk in, it's on the left, is the kitchen. So there's the counter and there's a microwave, and then I think the sink is also over here, but it's covered up if I remember correctly. And there's a ton of storage. This door right here is actually a bathroom. So it's just the toilet and a sink. Then there's the medicine cabinet and things like that. Just a little, I guess, half bath, if you will, for use at the front of the camper or the motorhome. We have a large fridge and freezer. We're coming into the area where there's not a whole lot of lighting, so I apologize. I don't know where the light switches are. And I'm afraid to go flipping random switches. Maybe I can get a better tour when the lights are on another time. But this is my parents' bedroom, back past the bathroom and the fridge. We have the bed and then a giant closet. We have the TV for them, storage under the TV, and then where these mirrors are, which I'm trying not to focus on too much because my flashlight is on. But these are closet doors, and then same with over here. I'm not gonna open them because it has my parents' stuff, and I just feel weird showing that kind of stuff. And then continuing past the bed in the bedroom, you have another bathroom with some storage and a shower and a sink with more storage underneath. And then there's the toilet, and then there's lots of storage up above. So that is basically a tour of the motorhome. There's the TV here, like I mentioned, in the bedroom. But then one I forgot to mention is actually at the front of the motorhome. I'm not gonna walk all the way over there because it's kind of hard to get to. But above where the driver's seat and passenger seat are, there's another TV, and then there's a third TV actually outside of the motorhome for use out there. So this is it. My parents have stayed in here a few times already, but this is my first time. And so this is where I'll be staying tonight, on this bed right here, but we'll have other people staying with us the other nights that we're here. So I may sleep in this, or I may sleep on a foam mattress topper or whatever on the floor, like over this area or in front of the fridge or something. So we shall see. But yeah, there's a not so great tour of where I'm staying right now. We are hanging out at the pool. I just got here. Most of my family was already here, but I went with Colton and Bobby to the gas station and to Sonic. So now we're here, and I'm just waiting on my sunblock to soak in for a little bit, and then I am going to get in the water because it is hot, and I have been looking forward to time in the pool since we got here. So yeah, enjoy that. I am back from the casino now. Colton spent the night last night here in the motorhome, but didn't want to stay tonight, so when he was getting ready to head out, I just had him drop me off here. My parents and grandparents and Bobby are all still at the casino, but I reached my overstimulation limit for the day. I get overstimulated as soon as I get there, but I kind of just deal with it because the machines are fun and, you know, I have a good time. But it just got to a point where even though I still kind of wanted to keep playing, my senses are just shot. absolutely fried. And so I just knew I needed to come back and decompress a little bit before I actually go to bed. So I am back now. I have the motorhome all to myself, and I am going to check my blood pressure for the night before I take my meds, because I have to take my blood pressure twice a day now, and then change into pajamas and probably curl up in bed and watch some videos before I crash for the night. We head home tomorrow, and then on Tuesday I start my field experience for my social work degree. I have to get 200 hours done this semester and then another 200 hours done next semester, along with a few social work elective classes. And then if I can pull everything off, then I should graduate in May. But before I start all of that on Tuesday, I'm going to enjoy the last little bit of our camping trip. Also, hopefully y'all can hear me over the AC. It's right above my head, but hopefully y'all can hear me over that, because I wanted to show y'all this jumper that I'm wearing. I have a solid black one that I showed y'all back in my vacation blog that I fell in love with, and because I loved it so much, when we were out at a garage sale the other day, my mom pointed out this one and I had to snatch it up. It was only $5, and so she paid for it because I didn't have cash, and then I just sent her money for it. But this is what it looks like. But this is what I decided to wear today. I wanted to look cute for the pictures that my mom took of Colton and I blowing out our birthday candles on the cookie cake, and for any other pictures she took today. Ideally, my plan was to look cute by wearing my Lauren Sanderson shirt that I got from the concert in these pictures with my ripped jeans. But I wore those yesterday on my actual birthday, thinking that's when we were gonna do it, because that was the original plan. And then that didn't happen, so I went with this instead. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love this outfit, but I was kind of wanting to show off the merch and that whole outfit, because I like that outfit. So this is a nice one. As far as non-t-shirt and jeans related outfits, jumpers I think are my favorite. And then I have my usual sandals that I wear all the freaking time. And now it is time for my second blood pressure check of the day. Let's see what we're working with. I have to check it twice a day before I take my blood pressure medication. And then I'm only supposed to take my blood pressure medication if the top number is 140 or higher, but it's never 140 or higher, so I have taken it twice a day, just like at the hospital. Yeah, see, 109/84, heart rate of 94, it looks like. So, yep, gonna be taking my blood pressure meds, along with my desmopressin, which is the med that I always take for my diabetes insipidus. Just a lower dose than before I went into the hospital. I'm gonna do that and then change into pajamas, because I do love this jumper, but it's cold in here and I want to put on my warm pajamas. So now that I have done this, I'm gonna go finish getting ready for bed.